Bruce Lee was a groundbreaking actor, director, and martial arts expert known for his roles in movies such as The Chinese Connection and Enter the Dragon. Born in the United States before becoming a child actor in Hong Kong, Lee later returned to America and taught martial arts. In 1966, he began starring in the TV series The Green Hornet and later became a major box office draw. Shortly before the release of Enter the Dragon in 1973, Lee died at age 32 from a cerebral edema. Bruce Lee was born Lee Jun Fan on November 27, 1940, in San Francisco, in both the hour and year of the dragon. His father, a Hong Kong opera singer named Lee Hoi Chuen, moved with his mother, Grace Ho, and 3 children to the United States in 1939. Lee Jun Fan was born while his father was on tour in San Francisco. Lee received the name Bruce from a nurse at his birthing hospital, but his family never used it during his preschool years. The future star appeared in his first movie at the age of 3 months. He served as the stand-in for an American baby in Golden Gate Girl, 1941. In the early 1940s, the Lees moved back to Hong Kong, which was then occupied by the Japanese. Apparently a natural in front of the camera, Bruce appeared in roughly 20 movies as a child actor beginning in 1946. He also studied dance, winning Hong Kong's cha-cha competition, and also became known for his poetry. As a teenager, Lee was taunted by British students for his Chinese background and later joined a street gang. In 1953, he began to hone his passions into a discipline, studying Kung Fu, referred to as Gung Fu in Cantonese, under the tutelage of Master Yip Man. By the end of the decade, Lee moved back to the United States to live with family friends outside Seattle, initially taking up work as a dance instructor. Lee finished high school in Edison, Washington, and subsequently enrolled as a philosophy major at the University of Washington. He also got a job teaching the Wing Chun martial arts style he had learned in Hong Kong to his fellow students and others. By 1964, Lee had married and opened his own school in Seattle. He and his wife, Linda, soon moved to California, where Lee opened 2 more schools in Oakland and Los Angeles. He mainly taught a style he called Jeet Kune Do, or the way of the intercepting fist. Lee was said to have deeply loved being an instructor and treated his students like a clan. He ultimately chose the world of cinema as a career to not unduly commercialize teaching. Bruce Lee starred in iconic films like The Big Boss, 1971, as Chung Chao-an, Fist of Fury, 1972, as Chen Zhen, Way of the Dragon, 1972, as Tang Lung, and Enter the Dragon, 1973, as Lee, establishing himself as a martial arts legend. He also appeared in Game of Death, 1978, as Billy Lowe. On TV, he portrayed Kato in The Green Hornet, 1966 to 1967, a role that made him a global icon, and Lee Tsung in Longstreet, 1971, where he introduced his martial arts philosophy to a wider audience. By the end of 1972, Lee was a major movie star in Asia. He co-founded his own company, Concord Productions, with Raymond Chow, and released his first directorial feature, Return of the Dragon. According to the American Film Institute, the movie had a budget of only $850,000, but has gone on to gross more than $2 billion worldwide since its release, with totals adjusted for inflation. Enter the Dragon influenced future action movies and fighting video games, and was selected for preservation in the Library of Congress's National Film Registry in 2004. On July 20th, 1973, just 1 month before the premiere of Enter the Dragon, Lee died in Hong Kong at age 32. The official cause of his utterly unexpected death was a cerebral edema. According to an autopsy, the fatal brain swelling was caused by a strange reaction to a prescription painkiller Lee was reportedly taken for a back injury. Controversy surrounded Lee's death from the beginning, as some claimed he had been murdered. There was also the belief that he might have been cursed, a conclusion driven by Lee's obsession that he would have an early death. In any case, Lee has left a lasting legacy. His Hollywood breakthrough helped pave the way for broader depictions of Asian Americans in cinema and created a whole new breed of action hero, a mold filled with varying degrees of success by actors like Chuck Norris, Jean-Claude Van Damme, Steven Seagal, and Jackie Chan. He continues to be a revered martial artist, too. His daughter Shannon was largely involved in the 2011 update of her father's instructional guide, Tao of Jeet Kune Do. Lee's life has been depicted in the 1993 movie Dragon, the Bruce Lee story, based on his wife Linda's 1975 memoir, and the 2009 documentary How Bruce Lee Changed the World. In the summer of 2013, the Hong Kong Heritage Museum opened the Bruce Lee Kung Fu Article Life Dot exhibition. Lee's funeral was held in Hong Kong. He is buried at Lakeview Cemetery in Seattle beside his son, Brandon. According to the Seattle Times, Lee's first martial arts school in the city, the Jun Fan Gung Fu Institute, pays tribute to the action star yearly with a ceremony at his gravesite.